Hello, everyone. So my name is Nuno. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Exeedme. And my goal here is to, in first place, do a context about the industry, like how the industry is using blockchain gaming. And in second place, how is our approach? What is the approach that Exeedme is taking? So it's a bit of a context and at the same time a presentation about Exeedme. It's important to say that my background is in economics. And there is a branch of economics which is behavioral game theory. And I've always been super passionate about like what you do in economics is you pick up games and use those games to try to find out how humans are going to behave in the real economy. And now we are going through an era with Web 3.0 where these games are becoming economies. So it's completely inverted. From an economic perspective, it's fascinating what you can do. So a little bit of context, very fast, because I saw that Ultra already made a good presentation about what happened in the sector. In the 90s, I remember asking my mom for my first Mega Drive. That's when PlayStation kicks in, sold like 100 million units, crazy in the 90s, right? Then in the 2000s, internet kicks in the end of the 90s, and online play becomes a thing. That's when World of Warcraft got to 10 million subscribers. And that was a thing. 2010, fast, everybody starts to having on their pocket this, like a mobile phone. So people that were not gamers at all, including my mom, start playing Candy Crush. So the audience for the gaming industry start being much, much, much bigger. And what that means is basically that every country in the world now is a place where you can start this new economy, and Axie is making it brilliantly. At the same time, other thing that pops up during this era is Twitch, and online streaming service start being a thing. And that pops up with League of Legends, like the final of the major tournament, having a bigger audience than the Super Bowl. Pandemic kicks in. Thanks God we are now finally face-to-face, and we can see each other. But what the pandemic brought was that we couldn't meet face-to-face. And people start using games like Among Us to start interacting with each other, meeting new people, but at the same time, speaking with their friends, speaking with their family, start interacting. We are in the era of social gaming. And for me, this is very important because this is the stepping stone to bring social games into communities that are becoming economies, or microeconomies, as one could say. But, OK, making money playing video games is hard. So there is a lot of evolution, but still, we don't make any money playing games, right? There is like a structure in the esports scene which makes just the top players achieving the most earnings. And the rest of us are struggling to get some money. At the same time, the mobile phone that we have on our pocket is also the fuel for the free-to-play model, which in essence makes the industry publishers and a lot of platforms around it to make the most by selling ads, so selling our attention basically, and at the same time selling in-game items that get closed. So they are on walled gardens. Basically, people spend a lot of time playing games, sweat, sometimes tears, because youngsters really like what they do, and then they want to move on, but they get with their assets stuck. They can't move their assets. They can't exchange them to another game and start having some fun in another game. So how can Web 3.0 fix these problems? Play to earn, the model. Axie Infinity is the best known face of play to earn. And what this brings is democratizing the access to earnings that we just referred before that were just accessible to the pros. So now you enter an economy, and really, you don't have to be a pro to start earning something. And that is rewarding. If you think about it as a community, it's the best thing that you can have because you are not extracting value from the gamers, you are giving value to the gamers. And the next step, co-creation and co-ownership. Co-creation started very early, but the most known face again is probably Roblox, where you can program games and you can play the games still. And that was the fuel to create like an economy that is still closed around that game. And get to a place where we can create a player-owned economy and have co-ownership, so that you have the assets in the game, but that can be shared. It's not just like centralized in one place. You can share like the assets. You can have governance. You can have these centralized autonomous organizations that help rule like how the game is going to occur. And like if you know gamers, this is very important. If you go through Discord, like they are very vocal about what they want to see in the games. They are very vocal about what direction should the game be directed to. And then there is Exeedme. So, and that's why we have AAA games here. That has nothing to do with Web 3.0. So, if you talk with peers from the industry of blockchain gaming, you'll realize that most of the players are going through the route of developing blockchain games. And that's a good thing, because we need that. But at the same time, they all face some problems that are related with the gameplay. Why? Because if it is completely decentralized, you have to wait for the transactions to occur. It's not going to be fast as we are used in other games. I just saw the presentation from Alex of Axie Infinity, and he had to do this trade-off between being fully decentralized or being centralized and have a game that is going to be used. So what we thought is, OK, the industry will take obviously some time, but if we are creating blockchain gamings that have a highly centralized part, why not picking up those games that are already massive successes and creating a layer on top of it that is decentralized? So in essence, we can basically educate gamers about what is blockchain until they give the leap of faith to go to the next step and play blockchain games. So what is Exeedme? And this is just a snapshot of our dashboard. The platform is live. It's a competitive layer on top of AAA games. So here we are talking about games that have some degree of openness. So either they have an open API, either you can use self-hosted servers. And we have currently 2 games integrated, which is CSGO and Call of Duty Warzone. And we create that competitive layer that offers 2 things. It offers competitions, so you can get there and you can compete in the game that you like. And at the same time, it offers play-to-earn mechanics that I will come in a moment. At the same time, we don't want to be the platform that does it all. Okay? So we want to give the power to the other parties that are in the sector. And here we are talking about tournament organizers, pro teams, content creators, communities. We want them to access the same tools that we have. So currently, Exeedme has a hub because, again, we have to create a critical mass of players for it to be funny. So if you go to a platform and it's too spread out, it's going to be difficult to find like where are the players for you to play. So we are starting with a hub, but we will organically leave our hub to give the other players in the sector the space to create their own hubs. So this creates earning opportunities for gamers and for tournament organizers. Just to explain very quickly, we offer 3 types of competitions in our platform. Direct challenges. So you can go and play CSGO, for example, 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, or 5 versus 5. And you can put a stake on it. So if you want to bet 10 USDC, you can do it. If you want to enter a tournament, you can enter a tournament. If you want to go through a league or a ladder, you can also enter this. And this is related to the play-to-win mode. Okay? So basically, there is a prize pool. And for the tournament and for the direct challenges, it's basically the winner takes it all. But where the thing kicks in is with game mining, which it's our feature of the play-to-earn, our first feature, where if you stake our token, which is Exeed, you are in essence earning tokens for the activity that you have on the platform. So if it is a competitive mode, you need another player on the other side. So it should be rewarded to be there. It shouldn't be just in paying. So we are paying them to be there. So if you stake Exceed a very little amount, for every time you enter a competition, you are going to earn that token over and over again. And not just that, you can earn some NFT drops that I'll speak in a second. So, our path so far. I'm speaking a lot, and let's see facts. Where are we? What have we done? So we launched our open beta in May 2021 with just CSGO. We got to 3,500 gamers online at peak. And this is something that a blockchain game, in my opinion, can't get. Okay? We untap like a user base that already exists. 4,000 lobbies until today. On July 2021, that's when we launched a feature of game mining. So, and in essence, you can do the staking. We started with Ethereum, but rapidly realized that gaming depends on microtransactions. So we gave the option of users to have Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. We, in essence, are multi-chain, and we are agnostic. So if we understand that the users need something different, we will add it. And on August 2021, it was the next step, cross-platform. We integrated Call of Duty Warzone, which is a cross-platform game. And in essence, this means that with your computer, Xbox, and PS5, you can play on our platform. And this means that you'll be game mining, play on it on your PS5. So if you go to your mobile phone, if you enter a competition, and you are playing on your PlayStation 5, you'll be game mining on the blockchain. So that was like a breakthrough in terms of user acquisition. That's what got us to, here we have 20,000 users, currently we have 25,000 users. September 2021, we got validation from the traditional sector. The first tournament organizer, Tier 1, which is Master League, organizes some of the most known tournaments in Europe of CSGO, joined us. And they decided to run their open qualifiers on our platform, giving us access to 1 million viewers per season. But it didn't stop there. It got to the esports moments marketplace. Of course, all of you have heard at least of Top Shot. So what we did was the same that Top Shot did for NBA. We created the esports moments for these competitions. So we did a licensing deal with them, with the best 7 seasons that they had, minted the best plays of CSGO, and like we sold that in 18 minutes, 10,000 packs with those moments. I'll probably pass on to the next one, because it's better to show you like how it looks like. Remember one thing. In the beginning, we said that League of Legends had like more viewers than the Super Bowl. So if there is such a big audience, even bigger than basketball that has Top Shot, imagine what this can do to the fan base that follow these tournaments, that follow these plays, and want to get a piece of that moments. This is already live, our marketplace. You can go there. You can trade the moments that are already there from the first drop, and it's going to be more drops during the following months. So it's live. But what's next? So we already have the infrastructure that allows us to make competitions at scale. We already have the Web 3.0 part of the ecosystem that is built on top of that, with the NFTs and with the game mining. So we decided to take a step, let's say, forward. And this is exclusive. We haven't told anyone, like in our social media, nothing like that. We decided to bring something new to the conference. So we are launching the crowdfunded esports tournaments. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but basically there is a great problem in the esports industry, which is some tournaments don't pay the prizes. Some tournaments take a long time to pay the prizes. So there is esports teams, there are players that are entering these tournaments, they are sweating to train, and then they don't receive the prize. So, and then there is also part of the industry that takes a big take of that. So we are going to do a crowd-funded tournament when this fan base can fund these tournaments. And this will allow for three things. Unlimited prize pools. So basically, we as Exeedme, because we want to foster this, we are going to fund the base prize pool. But we are going to leave the community to fund on-chain the rest of the tournament. And what they will receive in return? They will receive three things. They will receive the team stickers in NFTs. They will receive the card stickers in NFTs. And they will receive the best moments from these tournaments. Okay? And the revenue will be shared by all the parties, in the sense that the revenue will go directly to the players on chain. It will have a transparency page so that the fans can follow what is happening, how much the teams are earning, how much the prize pool is increasing. There is a game that is already doing this, which is Dota 2. The major tournament that they have is crowdfunded, and it works really well, but it is not transparent in a way. So this will be all on chain. Each team will have their own wallet. Each player will have their own wallet. And the next one after this, so once we've already explored the centralized parts of the games, we will enter the blockchain gaming scene. How? OK, we've already educated the fans, the gamers, the tournament organizers about the web, how the Web 3.0 can be disruptive. So we will initiate with NFTs that are in-game items of indie developers that want to launch their game and want to tap into a user base that is interesting for them, because they play games and they already know how blockchain works. So that's our strategy in terms of going to the blockchain gaming space, and then launch blockchain gaming competitions, which we are already working on, but it will take its time. So just as a way of a recap about our strategy, and I'm being fully transparent here, I'm showing everything. So we started with AAA games because this brings the user base. Then we had the play-to-earn mechanics and the NFTs on top of this ecosystem. Now we are going through the part of a bit of governance, OK? First steps in governance. So creating a tournament that is crowdfunding, that links players, links teams, and links the fans. And then we will travel into the blockchain gaming space. And by the way, that is the game CryptoBird that is already on our platform. And I don't know why. People don't earn anything, but they play it a lot. It remembers my mom playing Candy Crush. So if that becomes a blockchain gaming, it might be a success. And there is another part that is not involved here, which is interoperability. But we are still far from there. But what we want to see, and since we are a platform that integrates a lot of games, is making it simple for users to go from a centralized game to a decentralized game, from going to a decentralized game to another decentralized game. In another chain, we don't know. Thank you a lot for your time. I'm Nuno Fernandes. If you want to join our community, there's here the Twitter, Discord, and Telegram.